Hello everybody, I'm Christine Schiavone and our show is Spiritual Exploration. Tonight we're going to talk about automatic writing. For those of you who don't know what automatic writing is, I have with me a new guest, Assunta Ercolano, and she's going to tell you all about her automatic writing and how she had come about doing it and what it's all about and how maybe you could do it too. Hello, Assunta, otherwise known as Sunny.
Hello, Christine.
Hi, Sunny.
Very nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, it's great to be here, and I'm excited to talk about automatic writing.
Yes, I know you are.
And I'll tell you a little bit about the way that I started. I was on an opera tour. I'm trained as an opera singer. And with one of my dear friends on the tour, her name was Constance. And the tour, by the way, was of La Boheme. Lovely opera.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of time between shows. And she was very much into spiritual explorations herself. And one night she said to me, "Do you know anything about automatic writing?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, would you like to try it?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, I've tried it and I can't do it. So maybe you can do it." And I said, "Well, what is it?" And she said, "Well, you just take a pencil and a blank piece of paper and you put the pencil down and you meditate." And at the time I was doing yoga and I knew about meditation. And she said, "And then just see what happens. See if anything comes out. Don't you move the pencil. Let the pencil go by itself." I said, "Now you can't do it, but you want me to try to do this?" And she said, "Yes." So, kind of laughing, I put the pencil down and I was doing a little meditation, you know, breathing in light, and all of a sudden, the arm starts to go. And it wasn't my normal writing. It was writing that was without the pencil ever lifting up. So all the words were strung together. And at first, the messages were short. This was 1977, 78. But as the years went by, they got a little bit longer. And the thing that I found was everything was of a very spiritual nature to help me on my journey in life. And I found it very valuable because when I had a question or needed help, I would meditate and go to my guides. And sometimes I would just go without having a question, just to see if they were going to say anything to me. And I kept everything very quiet. Really, it was between me and Connie. I wasn't really sharing this with a lot of people. Years went by, and in let's see if I can remember the year. It was about 1995, 96. I started writing some things that sounded like lyrics. And I thought, I wonder if I could set this to music. And from that, just the idea of the music, I started to hear these melodies in my head. Now, being trained as a musician, I never really studied composition. Theory and harmony, yes, but actually, you know, trying to write songs, no. But I was hearing these melodies, so I said, well, let me sing them, and I sang them into a tape recorder. And they came out very quickly, and they fit the writing. And it was quick, and I said, wow, I said, these are kind of nice. But I put them away in the book on the shelf, and I have another dear friend. Her name is Susan Tabersi, and I want to say thank you because she brought me to you.
Yes, and I say thank you, Susan, too.
Which is a gift. And she said, well, Sunny, she came to my home one evening, and you know, I guess I had talked about the writing to her because she liked things of a spiritual nature as well, and talked about the songs, but she had never heard anything. So she asked me to sing one of the songs. And a few other people were in my living room, and we sang the song, and they said, that's really very beautiful. And they were touched. So a couple of years ago, she arranged for me to talk about this writing and to sing more of the songs. So since then, that's what I've been working on.
Great.
And right now it's coming together.
Okay, so now let's get back to the automatic writing itself, where does first of all, as you said, you go into a meditation, you sit there with a pen, quietly, I guess, no noise around, with a pen and a blank piece of paper. You go into a meditation, you'll close your eyes, and you might maybe either do a mantra meditation even, or just a guided meditation, anything like that?
No. It's really pretty simple. I mean, since, washing the dishes can be a meditation, right?
Well, that's true. It's monotonous.
So, yeah. So it's really just quiet time. There can be things going on, but generally I'm alone when I do this. And it just comes. I don't have to spend a long time thinking about it or meditating before the energy comes. Now, it's just the desire to do it.
By the energy, you mean what? Now, who is controlling your hand while you're writing? There has to be some kind of spirit or something going on.
That's true. And by the way, I haven't done a lot of research on automatic writing, but knowing that I was coming here, I did some reading on the internet, and I would suggest to viewers that they check out automatic writing.
Just Google it. Automatic writing.
Yes, and it's been around for a while.
I'm sure.
Yeah, at least 200 years or more.
Well, it's probably been around longer than that, just people haven't discovered it.
Exactly. And I think anyone could try it who has a desire to contact a guide, a spirit guide, or your higher self.
Or even possibly a spirit that you know that might want to have a message for you or something?
Absolutely.
Have you ever had that happen?
I have. Yes, I have. Sometimes I'd be walking out my door and I would hear someone's voice and I'd know I had to write down what they were saying to me.
Really?
Yeah. And my mom has given me some insight into where she is, which is a beautiful thing. And before she died, she said, "I love you and I'll always be with you," and she is.
Yeah.
She's always with me.
My mom too, same thing.
Yeah. So they're there and we can hear them if we listen.
That's interesting. How long ago did your mom pass?
She died in 2002, January. Yeah. And I believe I have one of the would you like me to read it?
Sure,
What
go ahead.
Mom said?
All right, so you're reading now something that came through you from your mother.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We come to you in loving acceptance of your journey to the light. The light is much different here. It is more golden, and the warmth that is created is so gentle and soothing, like a warm bath in the sun on a spring day. There are many levels that you can go to, and you are able to choose where you want to be for your learning. Like souls gather to discuss their lessons from the earth plane and their progress. Everything is progress in the journey to the light. Being with God, one with Jesus, is beyond comprehension. Our grasp of the word peace on the earth plane is so limited. Peace is without war. Peace is with total forgiveness. Peace is total light. Peace is colors beyond comprehension. Peace and joy and love. That is why when I say the Sacred Heart of Jesus burns so brightly here, it is because I am with Jesus. The gentleness is beyond anything I can describe. Imagine the most beautiful flower, a baby's first breath, the miracle of love, the mystery of eternal life. Earth is so small in the scope of things. Love one another, be kind to those who hate you. And do not fear death. Do your work now. I go in peace and love. Remember, I love you and I'll always be with you. Love always, Mom.
Now, this all came through automatic writing.
Yes.
Now, when you write, does it come out in your handwriting or somebody else's? Does it always come out in the same handwriting?
It's my writing, but through the years, and I can show you a page.
In other words, it kind of comes out almost scribbled.
Yes, everything strung together, really.
Here, I'll tell you what. Let's bring this over here.
And then what I've done is write it out so that it's easier for me to read.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's kind of, let me see. Oh, there, here we go. There we are.
Another more visible.
It's a little bit better. Anyway, it's just to give the audience an example of what it looks like when the writing comes through. That's a little darker? Mm-hmm. All right, let's take this. This is just a, see, so when it comes through, it's kind of like somebody who's writing quickly.
And sometimes it is very quick.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, the energy can move very fast.
Really?
Very fast, yes, yes. And for me, it's been, you know, in life you have the ups and downs, and when I've had the downs, this has brought me right up.
Really?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So now, all right, so you've had your mother come through, and now you say also your guides.
Yes, and they have told me who they are.
They've given you their names and all that?
They have given me names. Zahana Faye is one. Michael is another. Mm-hmm. And well, let me read a little more.
Okay.
And see if any of this touches you like it touches me.
Okay.
We come to you in loving acceptance of your journey to the light, the great light of the world, which is more powerful than the sun. The light is within you. It is love. It transcends all other light. Love has the power to heal all, strengthen all, to forgive all. It is the mystical bond between friends and lovers, between parents and children, that makes the heart endure. Faith can move mountains, this is true. Love can also create miracles in your life, so take the time to meditate on love. These are the songs. When your days are sad and you need refreshment, I'll be there with a song, with a smile, or a stroke of my hand, I'll be there. Fears aside, joys released, you're at peace. Peace I leave with you, light the gift from our God, love to heal all mankind. Strife seemed unending and perils never ceased. Then you spoke to my heart and my soul was released. Now the road ahead is clear, thorns removed, rainbows shining, brightly color my world with love for you, for all.
I have it memorized.
I do, because this now is a song.
Uh-huh, I see. Oh, that you wrote it into with lyrics.
I set this to music, and that was channeled as well.
Well, so so tell me, when you are channeling the doing the automatic writing, mm-hmm. do you have any idea what's being written at the time?
I don't.
No.
I really don't. I don't know what's going to come in. I don't.
And and even while it's coming in, you have no idea what's being said until after you're done and you read it.
Yeah, and sometimes after I read it, I cry.
Yeah?
Because, yeah, I mean, when I first wrote that, I couldn't even say it without getting very emotional.
Yeah.
You know, it just touched me.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote something last month that gave me that same feeling, like, you know, and then I think, oh, you know, that's nothing, you know. Nobody would really want to hear that, you know.
Yeah.
We kind of second guess ourselves. But then you read it to someone and they go, yeah, I really like that. That means something to me. Mm-hmm. I feel something. Mm-hmm. So by sharing it, you think the world needs so much healing and so much love and so much peace and so much joy.
It's true.
Because everybody's in so much pain.
Yes.
You know? So I could go on with the songs, or I could read you the newest prayer.
Okay, yes, go with the newest prayer. That's nice.
The newest prayer?
Now tell us when did this come through, and under what circumstances?
Well, you know, sometimes we stay away from things that feel powerful. At least that's been my pattern a little bit. Uh-huh. You know, owning my own power. And I think that, like Oprah said, God is the force. God is whatever it means to you. You know, so my mother was Christian, so
Yes.
Jesus meant a lot to my mother.
Right.
So she talks about the Sacred Heart of Jesus. But when God is mentioned, I think it's whatever God is to you,
Right.
you know.
Yes.
So with that said, this is from May 2011. I don't have the exact date that I wrote it, but I probably have it in the other journal.
It was not too long ago.
Not too long ago, last month. We come to you in loving acceptance of your journey to God. It is a beautiful journey, and each step closer to God requires more faith. Faith is a gift from God, and it requires trust. The trust is unconditional with God. Like life, the wellspring never dries up. It is eternal. Eternal is a difficult word for humans to fathom because we all want the final answers to our questions. But the truth is, there is no finite answer to the existence of eternity. God's love is like this. It is so vast and deep and pure that really humans cannot comprehend the depth of God's love. And so we contemplate nature and order and beauty and all the earthly things that make us smile, that make us fulfilled. The disorder that occurs in human lives stems from a disconnect with God. God does not want us to suffer or want love. The immensity of God's love can make the ill become healthy, the sad become happy, and the world become whole. Every individual must ask God for the healing of the world, for the peace and comfort from our dear Mother and Father in heaven. Until then, history will repeat itself with harm and killing, with famine and sickness. To share in divine love, we must become like the Divine One and practice this meditation daily. O divine God, bless this earth and the universe with your undying love. Know that we love our neighbors, that we honor our parents, and we assist those in need. Support us in giving up the hatred and hurtful ways that can injure others, causing pain and injury where there should be only peace and harmony. Grant peace to each cell of our body, and may we transform the earth with love. Thank you, God, for your wisdom, which you impart to those who seek your word, and your strength. We see your presence in every beautiful thing that we see and feel. Thank you for this. We go in love and peace to share your glorious love. The angels speak softly, but somehow you can always hear them.
Now, this all came through automatic writing while you were meditating, and you were just automatically writing down whatever came through, not knowing what was coming through, and this was the end result.
That's right.
And now, do you know exactly who gave you this particular?
There was no signature on
Do you
this.
ever ask who is this talking to me? Who is this?
I do. I recently heard from Solomon.
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 You mean as in Solomon from the Bible?
Yes, as in Solomon from the Bible.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
What did he have to say?
What did Solomon say? Let's see if I have Solomon.
There you go. Now, some of them will tell you who they are, and others won't.
Yes, and for many years it was, the spirit guide was Zahana Faye, whoever Zahana Faye is, my spirit guide. You know, in the American Indian tradition, they say we have 4 spirit guides.
Oh, really?
4 bands that are there to protect you. At your head, at your feet, your right, your left.
Sort of look like north, south, east, and west?
Right, exactly. The 4 directions, right?
Right.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Sure.
It's a beautiful thing.
Nice to know we have that kind of protection.
We do. We just have to ask.
That's true.
We just have to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So what did Solomon say?
What did Solomon say? Let's see. This is 4:7:11. We come to you in loving acceptance of your journey to the light. You can see that they all kind of start the same way.
Yeah, because they know that you have that in mind, that you are journeying toward the light, just like other people who are like us interested in these subjects.
Right, exactly. There is great joy in heaven today, as there is every day. We are celebrating your return to writing and your connection to spirit. We are here to help. Recently, you experienced a miracle with Alexander, who you love so much. Alexander is my grandson.
Oh.
He fell down 12 metal stairs.
Oh my God.
Landed on concrete and walked away unscathed.
That was good.
You need to see some miracles in your life. You need to believe that there are endless possibilities to what you can achieve and to what you believe can be accomplished. See, they're advising me. And this is the wonderful thing, I think. If there's anyone out there who thinks that they would like to try this, try it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you may get
something
that
who knows?
Helps you or just gives you a sense of well-being.
Or just let you know that you can do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joy is such a fleeting emotion for so many, but we can put joy into our hearts and keep it there for our whole earthly life if we so desire. The same goes for love, which is a state of being that can be at the core of all emotions, even hate. For then the fires of love that burn deeply within, you can melt away the anger and the hate or whatever disturbing emotion is within you. So it seems like a lot of the messages that I get talk about how love heals it all.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Right? For all your inner expression, you need to express it outwardly and let it be known. Now that's about me hiding my things on a shelf and not really talking about it. You know, they're addressing me. There is too much holding within. Let it out. You have begun, but keep the process going, keep it going. So this is very personal. That is all for now. Write daily, more will come to you, and you can publish your thoughts, our thoughts. We go in loving peace, joy, and happiness, all that makes your world bearable. Without God, there is no love.
That's true.
Solomon.
Solomon, how about that?
Who knows? I mean, that was the feeling, that was the word, that was the gesture.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah. So, but you don't, do you ever ask for a specific person to come through and get them?
No. I think, you know, when you are open, that sometimes people that you know just a little bit will come, and they'll have something to say.
You mean a person that's deceased?
Yes, yes. And I have not really gone the route of trying to contact spirits for other people. You know, but I think that would be maybe a next step if I wanted to help someone. You know, I don't even know if I could do that, you know.
Well, it'd be a good thing to try.
It might be a good thing to try.
Sure.
You know, it might be fun. But I have heard from Susan's mother.
Excuse me.
And, you know, she just wanted to tell me a few things. I don't have that writing with me, but it was just very sweet, you know, talking about...
You heard from Susan's mother?
Yes.
Yeah, and how did you know it was her?
I just knew. I could just feel her.
Really?
I mean, she was like
Did you
there.
know her?
I couldn't see her, yes. But I could hear her.
Oh.
I could hear her, and she was just saying sweet things. And when I read it to Susan and her daughters, she said, that sounds like Merle. I mean, that feels like Merle. They felt something that was in the writing that felt like her. You know.
Wow, that's good. So then people that you do know, it's not just like some guy that's thousands of years old and happens to be in charge of you right now, and when you go to the other side, they'll be in charge of somebody else or whatever. It's different people, even historic people like Solomon, that come through.
That definitely came through with his name.
Yes. I
Yes.
imagine that just about any spirit can come through if they really want to.
Right, but it's important to protect yourself.
Yes.
You know, that you surround yourself with white light.
Or a bubble.
Or a bubble. And that you're protected.
So in other words, you're saying that before you embark on a session of automatic writing, you should, just sit at the table quietly and say out loud, I'm surrounding myself with white light of protection and a bubble around me with white light, and I am protected from any kind of evil spirit or something like that might try to take over.
Right. I have never had the feeling of anything evil being around me, but I know that with the Ouija board, depending on who you're
I got
doing
rid of mine
it
a long
with,
time ago.
me too.
Oh yeah.
But people have brought in spirits that weren't so kind.
Right.
And so yes, if you get any kind of feeling like that, I wouldn't even bother doing it. You know, you really want to have a sense of
Well, since you brought
wholeness.
that up, though, isn't it kind of like automatic writing in a way because it's letters that come up and all that kind of stuff, even like
Messages.
with the Ouija board?
Messages.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
there are people also who have just taken a table and cut out the letters of the alphabet and put it there and took a glass and it was going all over the place and all that kind of stuff like that. And so I imagine that it would be kind of the same difference in a way with that kind of thing, because it's spelling out words, but except that you're not meditating and you're a little bit more conscious.
Yeah, my energy definitely feels lifted when I'm doing the automatic writing.
Really?
Yeah, it definitely feels lifted. And the feeling afterwards is always very euphoric. It's a very happy, even when it's advice or things maybe that, I really have to listen to this now, it's always a very good feeling. And, the automatic writing that I've read of other people also had a sense of goodness about it. I'm sure there are people who have done automatic writing. Well, Seth Speaks, the Seth books. Those apparently have all been channeled. It's been a long time since I've read Seth, but I think there are a lot of people out there who receive energy from other places other than their own, controlling their own mind.
I believe that. I do. Do you ever ask questions or sit down and say, listen, I've got this little problem, and can somebody please, through automatic writing, give me the answer to this problem or a solution, or give me some advice on how to handle it, what to do? Do you ever do that?
Not really very often.
No?
I really don't. No, it's more for me of listening.
In other words, well, who's out there and what do they have to say now? I'm ready.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. And you can see just from the little bit that you've heard that a lot of it is based on love, on joy.
Yeah, well, it seems like love is a very important thing but then again, to spirit, love is very important, of course. It's an emotion that we don't forget when we pass. We still have that love in our hearts. If you ever saw the movie Ghost, at the end when Patrick Swayze tells Demi Moore, the love that you feel, you take it with you.
That's right.
That's what he said.
That's right.
And I'll always remember that.
Oh yeah, and it's so vibrant. I had the experience today of feeling my friend Constance, the one who started me on the automatic writing, she was like laughing, like, well, you're finally going to share a little bit, aren't you, And she was talking to me and I could hear her, and, it was a very joyous thing for me.
So those on the other side knew you were going on television.
That's it, Christine.
Well, they do. No,